Hello children, this is, believe it or not, Father Dragan. I wanted to talk to you about something serious, so pay very close attention, and then I will explain about the motorcycle. I'm sure you have heard either from your parents or on the news or on the social media. You have maybe seen it on your phones or tablets or computers that something very bad is going on in the world now. And in fact, also in our own country, here and now. And that which is bad is that many people are getting sick, especially older people and those who have already been sick in one way or another. And some of them are even transferring from this life onto life everlasting. In other words, I hate to use that word, but some of the people are even dying. What is it that we must do as Orthodox Christians in these type of situations? Number one, we must pray. It's very important to pray. To pray for God for the people in China, the people in Italy, the people in Serbia, Greece, Ukraine, Russia, Belarus, Australia, every place and any place, because God will hear your prayer much more than He will actually hear mine or the prayer of grown-ups. If you go in front of your icon and if you cross yourself and if you ask God to save the world, He will listen to you. Ask also His mother, Virgin Mary, to pray for us and to shield us and protect us. Ask Saint Nicholas, your guardian angel, and all the saints and all the angels to pray for the whole world. You can do that, and God will hear you more than anyone else He is listening to. The other thing that's very important to understand is that we must trust God in these type of situations. Regardless of what's going on, we must trust Him, because He knows best why He allows certain things to happen. Obviously, God is not doing these bad things, but sometimes when we as people in this world, when we do bad things, God kind of steps back, and when He steps back, many bad things start happening. So basically what we need to do is invite Him to come back into our country, to come back into our school, to come back into our home, most of all to come back into our heart. And then lastly, which is as important, is to make sure that you have joy at all times. I'll tell you something about this motorcycle. When I was a child, my father was a priest and still is a priest, but was a priest in Serbia. We didn't have money to buy a car, so he had a motorcycle. I grew up riding on a motorcycle. Then when I became of age, my parents got me a small motorcycle that I started riding, and since then I had this amazing want and this wish, if I could only own a motorcycle. It was something that I really thought would bring me so much joy. Well, what happened was last year, I was going to scratch myself. In any case, you can't do that with this on, which everyone should have. And by the way, I would never recommend that you get used to riding motorcycles. In fact, when I was little, many times I fell from a motorcycle. Now I'm a lot older and I'm very, very cautious and careful. I look around more than I look ahead of me. In any case, so what happened was my neighbor, one of my neighbors here, he had an old motorcycle, even though this looks very new, but it's actually 20 years old. And it wasn't working properly, so he was going to get rid of it. And my other neighbor across the street, a very good Christian man who is a firefighter, he fixes these motorcycles as a hobby. So he offered to take care of it for me and to fix it for me. Okay, I have to blow my horn here. Some car is coming. So in any case, he offered to fix the motorcycle for me, and he did. And I practically got this motorcycle for free, paid something very little. And I really thought that it was going to bring me so much joy. And guess what? After having it for a year, I realized it doesn't bring me the joy that I had before, and that was the joy of having Jesus Christ in my heart. And therefore, I wish the same thing upon you, that you find and bring Christ inside you, talk to Him in prayer, do good things, because every time we do good things, Christ comes into us, and He will come into you, and then you will have joy. So prayer, trust God, and make sure you have joy, which is better than owning a motorcycle, which I hope you never do, because it's a very dangerous thing. God bless and keep you.